Hey, what is going on, everyone? My name is Kyle, and you are watching Sweet Potatoes. It has been a while. We just had our baby girl recently, end of August, but we'll get more into the details of that later. But we also have two boxes of Riftbound Origins today. Um, I actually was not expecting this to come in the mail, in all honesty. We'll open up both booster boxes here. I put my pre-order in like way earlier this year. Um, I also do have hopefully another case coming, but that hasn't been accepted, or really it hasn't been fulfilled yet by the company I ordered from, but they did send, I guess, my first order in. I purchased two booster boxes, the Proving Grounds, like one of those, and then I think like one of each of the starter decks. So I am really excited to get into opening this. Unfortunately, as of right now, I mean, again, it has been a while. I probably, in order to get videos out, I'll probably be filming the videos in a way that requires like the least amount of editing by me so that I can put out videos. We're at two kids now, and it's been a huge blessing, but also very busy at the same time. So we'll go ahead, we'll get into it. I definitely wanted to discuss Riftbound as a whole, kind of watching everything. Oh, and just as a heads up, I'm filming this on Sunday, so 2 days after the release, or the official release of Riftbound, and kind of watching everything. It's been a bit of a mixed bag from what I saw. But we'll definitely get into that. I think the first thing I want to do is really just look at the cards, get a feel for them. I've been hearing stuff about the cuts, and I don't know if you can see that, maybe, but there is, I think, as everyone's been kind of pointing out a little bit, you have fluff kind of on the edges there, so it doesn't look like the cards were cut all too well. We have informational on the back here, and we'll just go through the cards. I forgot to look up rarities. I know they did change it a little bit, so we have commons, and we'll go through that first. So Falling Comet, Meditation, Legion, Rearguard. Oh, and if anyone's curious, I am definitely looking to build the Teemo deck still. Did a lot of testing with that deck with the proxies, and I know it's not like the best deck out there. Okay, so the circles are your commons, triangles are your uncommons, which is weird because it's rare in some games. But so we have Imperial Decree, we have our Battlefield Void Gate, another rare. Wonder if I'll just separate the rares, commons. Okay, we got Blast Cone Fae, actually a really good card. Ooh. Okay. And then our first holo. Honestly, the holo is super subtle. Yeah, I'm sure it's really hard to see. But in person, I think it looks pretty nice. I won't complain about that. Definitely very subtle. So we have Tasty Fae Folk, which the diamond is the rare. And then we also have Tryndamere Barbarian. So that's our other rare. And then we have a token here. What was I talking about? Yeah, so definitely seeing the release of it has been a mixed bag. I think this game definitely had a lot of hype behind it. I mean, I'm excited to open it. Again, I played League for years and years. Haven't played it in a long time, and I'm definitely excited for the trading card game because the game is a blast. It is super fun. So, Stupefy, Wielder of Water, Blazing Scorcher, Consult the Past. I like this card for the Teemo deck a lot. Call to Glory, Bilge, Water Bully, Ride the Wind. I know this is a card that a lot of people have been talking about. Doesn't get too much use right now. I think there was a Teemo deck that won in China that I may have used this card. I can't remember. I'll have to take a look, but I think people are seeing a lot of potential in that card. We have Star-Tipped Peak, Unyielding Spirit, Rare, Treasure Trove. I also did experiment a little bit with a Misfortune, what do you call that deck? A Misfortune Aurora deck, which used Treasure Trove. It's super fun, but it's definitely, I can see why people would not like facing off against it. We got Set Kingpin, and then Mistfall as the other rare, and then Sprite Token. I'm not sure if these tokens can be hollow or not, but I guess we'll find out. And yeah, sorry, the opening of the first few packs, we're definitely going to take our time with it, and then we'll speed it up as we go, because this is only the first booster box. I think I'm going to open both in one video, only because I probably don't have time to make a second video, so as of right now. Defy, fantastic card. Hextech Ray, another fantastic card. Back to back, and I don't know if you guys can you see that? It's super fuzzy on some of the edges of these. So that's definitely been Mobilize, Gust. A little disappointing on that end. I think Gemcraft, so we got Rare, Block, and sorry, guys, this video is going to be a bit messy. I haven't made a video in a very long time. So I'm going to be all over the place with what we talk about and everything like that. Okay, there we go. We have Ari Alluring, although not a very used card from the Ari decks that I'm seeing. Still a really cool card, I think. Blind Fury is another rare. Ooh, okay. And then we got the Victor Leader card. I forget the rarity of what the orange symbol is, but I do know they changed the name of the overnumbered to Showcase. And then what is the, I guess it would be Autograph Showcase. Sorry, I do not remember. So that's kind of a nice pull so far, and a Sprite token there. But, I mean, the good news is anyone that is playing Riftbound is loving it so far, at least from what I'm seeing. I have not seen anyone say, and I guess that maybe that's indicative of any new trading card game, but I love playing it. Everything I'm hearing about, you know, what people are saying, they love playing it. My wife loves playing it. It's a really fun game. Like, they did a great job with just the gameplay of it. It feels fast, and it doesn't feel like you have to, especially us, we're busy with 2 kids now. It doesn't feel like if we want to, you know, let's say play Riftbound, we don't have to put in that much time, because games go quick, and, you know, we finish fast, and then, hey, at least we got to play, you know, a game of Riftbound, which was cool. Ooh, there we go, Zenith Blade. Awesome. Rune and nothing. So I definitely like the pace of the game. Feels fast, it feels fun, you get into it right away. We like the fact that you're able to, you know, interact with the opponent even on their turn. I think that's something that I wish like Lorcana would do, is something akin to that, but I guess that would make the game a little bit more, I guess maybe I don't know if you would say too complex. So there's the rare, Noxus Saboteur, Scrap Heap. Ooh, Hollow Meditation. I'm pretty sure this is a pretty good card. Oh, and then we got Legend Kaisa. Everyone's playing Kaisa. So that's pretty cool there. Where am I putting these? I guess here. my piles are all over the place. Of course, the cards that you are wanting to hit are the super shiny cards, anything in terms of alt art. So they don't have the they don't have the orange gem, they got the yellow gem as the rarity symbol. So, and then of course the showcases and the signature showcases also have those, that same rarity symbol. Pirates Haven. Sorry, I'm trying to get used to this little camera I'm using as well. Portal Rescue. I feel like that card could be very fun. Ooh, there we go. Okay, cool. We have a hollow. So battlefields do come in hollows, which is really cool. Put that there. Thousand Tail Watcher, fantastic card. Anyone that plays blue, it almost feels like you need to have these. So I was playing it in the Teemo deck as well, and I thought it worked really well. And I know people are playing Mundo, but I never really tested that card specifically. And sorry, no, we're going through these boxes very slow. Yeah, the reason why, another kind of unfortunate negative that's been going on because of the release, or since the release, not because of the release, was what feels like the lack of product available. Again, I did my pre-orders like way early this year, and I wasn't even sure if they would actually get fulfilled or not. So I pre-ordered this set of boxes, and then I pre-ordered a case later on when it was available from the same people. They fulfilled this order, but I haven't heard. Ooh, there we go. So we have the alt art rune. That foiling is fantastic. So that's kind of our first big hit here. I don't know how much these are going for on the market, but man, that is very nice looking. Like they did, so the foiling, the regular foiling doesn't stand out too much on everything else, except for like these big hits here, but I think maybe that's kind of a good thing because it really does make those really big hits like that Chaos Rune stand out, which is really fun. And from the videos that I have been watching online with people getting their awesome hits, those showcase, I keep wanting to say overnumber, they changed the name. The showcase cards are also really fantastic in regards to their foiling. So I thought that was really cool. And I will kind of speed up a little bit here. And sorry, I'm a little off center here. What was I talking about? So there's our foil, common, misfortune, mage seeker, then a regular rune. What were we talking about? You can tell I haven't made a video in forever. What were we talking about? Oh, product availability. Yeah, so I don't even know if my case that I pre-ordered is gonna get fulfilled yet. I really hope it does. Like I see on X that a lot of people got their stuff canceled. A lot of these, you know, LGSs weren't able to fulfill due to the lack of product, which is really a big bummer. And I think a lot of, oh, this is a fantastic card, by the way. Oh, there we go. There's Lace's card right here. Ooh, and then we got a seal as well. She plays Ari, and she's really liking that deck, so there's a card for Lace. We have a Seal of Strength, which is awesome. And then a Recruit token. Lack of, I keep getting distracted. Lack of product availability. Definitely feels rough. It was so strange on release day seeing the kind of two different perspectives from people who want to buy and open Riftbound. One of the perspectives that you would see would be, hey, I have like hundreds and hundreds of boxes to open, and let me go ahead and open them, which is cool. I know, you know, there's a case of either Ravenbloom Student, fantastic card. Of course, it would either be a case of, you know, they talk to their local game store. There's my Timo, awesome. Timo, my boy, Tarek, and then Haroon. Yeah, there were some people that just seemed to have a never-ending supply of boxes, or some people were able to get boxes, and I know a couple days beforehand, Walmart, if you didn't see that, Walmart ended up doing, I don't know if it was an accident, an early release of their product, so some people were lucky enough to get that, which is really cool. And then some people, seems like they searched stores high and low, went to multiple different game stores. Ooh, okay, there we go. This is an alt art Jinx. So you can see that yellow symbol right there, and on these alt arts, I think every alt art here, they do not just the holographic foil, but they also do that texture. So that's really awesome. Some people didn't seem to get anything, so I didn't try too hard on release day. I kind of wanted to. I wanted to go, when I heard about the Walmart thing, I live like 5 minutes away from a Walmart, so I went and checked, and I couldn't even find the trading card game section, and I was honestly just slightly embarrassed to even ask, so I didn't bother, which is fine. That's on me. Lace was like, why didn't you just talk to someone? I was like, I don't know. I was embarrassed. Didn't want to. Didn't want to show my hand. This shakedown and then a seal of discord. Nice. These cards were looking fantastic though. Even like your regular rares and everything like that. I don't know. The cards were looking nice. The only thing that I'm really seeing are the edges right now. So as if you've been on X and you've been watching, or YouTube and watching other people with their pools, you'll see like these cards were cut with a dull blade at the factory, which sucks. Definitely a big miss on, would that be UVS, or I guess whoever they partnered with to get these cards made. So really unfortunate, and hope, I'm sure if you guys have been paying attention, remember when the cards looked way different than these and everyone freaked out about it, like people were saying these are like the ugliest cards ever and yada yada yada. Riot listened, and they did quick work, and the cards look fantastic now. Now, all we need them to do is get their system, I guess, straightened out, right? So that might be something. Not sure. Sorry. I need to do a better job of keeping this in check. So my apologies. My boy, we got the Timo Legend, and then Sabotage. So that is mine for sure. Yeah, so honestly, from what I am seeing, the two biggest misses, the cuts right now. So I'm trying to think, if we were to even, list these cards on, let's say, TCGplayer, could you possibly list these as near mint? Does that still count? I would have to check. I'm not sure. Because ultimately the cards don't look terrible. It's just like the edges, which is, straight from the factory. So, and then we got a cane. And then the second big miss is the lack of product availability. Again, it was just so weird seeing some people with what I guess in my opinion, felt like hundreds and hundreds of boxes. And I know I'm exaggerating a little bit. It wasn't hundreds and hundreds of boxes, but it definitely felt like, how did you get these boxes, right? It's crazy. Boop, boop, and then we got a Leona. I don't know how many packs into this first box here. But yeah, we'll see. And then of course you get like the stories online of like, I opened up a starter deck and got a showcase autograph card. And I'm like, I don't know how many of the stories are actually real, but it just always feels like, I just found this booster pack off the ground and it pulled the rarest card ever. That's what those stories always feel like, and it's always hard to say whether or not they are actually real or not. There's Grand Stratagem. Victor plays that card. Tide Turner. I actually like this card. I think it has a lot of play potential. We got Lee Sin Ascetic? Regular Mind Rune. And I am curious if those regular runes come in foil or not. I don't remember if they do. So far, I haven't seen any of them come in any foil, unless I just haven't been paying attention. I will say, I don't know if it's me, but these packs feel a little weird to open. Not my favorite in terms of the material used, because it's kind of like that. It's plastic, but it's like this rubbery, doesn't let go kind of plastic. Mind Splitter. Oh, we got Kaisa Survivor. I know a lot of people want this card here. And I'm so sorry. I feel like, again, I haven't been keeping it in frame. Oh, my bad. But that was the pull there. Oh, there's got to be an easier way to open these packs. Yeah. Honestly, these packs do feel... Maybe I'll get used to them. They don't feel the greatest to open. And I will have quite a bit of... Well, I guess not too much sorting to do. Wallop. After this... Ooh, there we go. We got Yasuo. Vayne. I like that Vayne a lot. I think she's really good. And then just a regular recruit token. So far, our two alt art pulls in this box are that Mind Rune and then the... What else was it? It was that Jinx. So... hopefully we get something else. We'll see. But in terms of hits, it definitely doesn't feel like when it comes to, you know, the rare holographic spot, it doesn't feel like you get a lot of duplicate hits. So I think we got 4 packs left. So it feels like you're going to have to either buy a lot of boxes to get what you want, because I think we've only pulled like 1 Teemo champion unit so far, unless I haven't been paying attention again, but I haven't seen anything else. So again, I'll try to keep this in frame. Got another. There we go. We got Misfortune as a legend. It's really cool. She's also someone else that I thought could possibly have potential in terms of her ability. Just the ability to put ganking on anything, I think, is relatively underutilized, and I think it also has, it could have some pretty big play potential. So, here's the rares. Shark, Draven, There's Darius. And then another token. We're down to 2 booster packs within the first box here. So my question would be for everyone is really what their experience has been with, you know, if you first off have been able to find Riftbound at your local game store or even at like a big box or anything like that. Have you enjoyed opening it? You know, what are your best pulls, if you've pulled anything, you know, really cool? As well as, are you, like I am, and what appears to be like everyone else, I think this card has a lot of play potential too. And as, oh, there you go. I think you can see it right there. There's all that edge, that white fluffy edging, which is not cool. You know, are you also getting that white fluffy edging there? So comment down below. Let me know what you are seeing. We have one more box to go. And I know we're already like 20, 26, 27 minutes into the video, depending on how I edit it. And right now, I'm really thinking of just going for very minimal editing just to get videos out and to be able to start making videos again. Because I do miss... Okay, we haven't seen that Volibear yet. I do miss making videos. Victor. Ooh, okay. There's an alt art Misfortune Buccaneer. So that's really cool. That's, again, that texture work is so cool. All right, that's box 1 down. So we got box number 2 right here. We'll see if we can get, you know, hopefully anything else. Maybe maybe a showcase. I'm never that lucky, so I'm not gonna hold my hopes up. I'm just glad that my order was actually fulfilled, and you know, I get to actually open up Riftbound, so that's fun. Unfortunately, you know, Lace is probably not going to be able to join for a lot of videos in the foreseeable future, only because, you know, we talked about it, and it's just hard for us to both do videos at the same time and also, you know, be able to take care of the kids. It's hard to find, you know, time for grandparents to watch them and everything. So, but who knows? We'll see how things go. But for now, you guys are kind of stuck with me, or I guess whoever's left in terms of, there's another Misfortune. Mystic Reversal. This card is so cool. Yeah, this is not an alt art. What is the rarity for that? I can't remember. We'll just call it super rare, I guess. So until I remember the name, we're going to call those super rare. And I think the average is about, is it 2 to 3 alt arts per box or something? So we had 3 on the first box. Let's see how we do on this box. And I am, again, really hoping that I get that email soon that, hey, you got a case coming as well, because that would be awesome. That would be very neat. And then what I am hoping as well, and I'm sure everyone else who wants to play this game is hoping, they need to print more. I think I don't know if they just weren't expecting it, but a lot of people seem to be very hyped around this game. They're excited to play it. You know, you're hitting TCG players, you're hitting people who like trading card games, you're hitting League of Legends players, which is honestly a pretty big group of people. So, surprised they didn't really do better in terms of planning for that one there. And then I'm hopefully keeping everything in frame. So. At this point, we are just looking for shiny shinies. Patiporo. Tasty Feyfolk. I feel like this card has potential. I don't know. It doesn't look great on the surface. Or, you know, it doesn't really stand out that much. But I feel like it could possibly have some potential there. If you guys have been paying attention to any of the competitive side of Riftbound, it's interesting. I mean, of course, you're not really gonna know the meta, especially. But when we're looking at, like, let's say China, and even when people were testing things with just proxies, a lot of people went to, of course, Kaisa. She's like the big one. I remember Set also used to be a really big one that people played. And there was a time where, like, Victor, back in the, I guess you can say, early days, was a very popular deck where Victor won a few of those, like, early game hasn't been released yet tournaments. So I was kind of expecting that people would still be playing him, but I guess the general consensus is that he's oddly too fair of a card, which is a weird thing to say, but I think I understand what people are saying there. And speaking of which, there's Victor, and then we got Udyr. But I think something, if you haven't heard, something that's really cool that they plan on doing, and I hope they keep doing this into the future, is they are, and I guess they as in Riot or UVS or, you know, whoever, of course, runs the games, they're doing a kind of like this best of, and I'll try to describe this as best as there's another Kaisa, as best as I possibly can, where they're basically incentivizing for people not to just all play, let's say, like Kaisa, right? If you go to a tournament and you bring, let's say, the legends that aren't as popular to play, or just other legends in general, so you can bring Teemo, you can bring Lux, you can bring Garen, and I think Garen's like considered maybe the worst deck. If you play in one of their, I forget what their big tournaments are called, but you go to a big tournament, you bring a deck like that, and let's say you choose Garen. Hey, there's another 1,000 tail. Awesome. There is Leona, really awesome card. But of course, Leona is not exactly a popular deck yet. Or let's say you bring Leona, and you are the best Leona at that tournament. And what that means is you don't have to have won. So you could have lost to all the Kaisas and Aries and Sets out there. But let's say you were the best Leona or Garen or whoever, Lux, Annie. Actually, I think Annie is starting to look pretty good for some people. If you perform the best at that tournament with that character or that legend, they will award you with a special metal version of that legend, which will also be tournament legal. And I think that is super awesome. That's a super good way to incentivize a diversity of play where, okay, not everyone's going to play the same, you know, legend just because they're the best, right? Just because they win all their games or win, you know, most of their games. Now people are going to try and bring, you know, legends that either maybe they like that legend a lot, or, ooh, there's an order rune right there. Or a good way to go about it is if you know that a legend is not going to be very popular, very, you know, highly played, like Garen or Lux or whoever, you can go to a tournament and you have a way higher chance of getting that metal card as long as you just perform the best. out of all the other Garens or Luxes or whoever, again, because most people are not going to be playing those cards, right? Or those legends cards. Most people are not going to be playing those legends. There's another Teemo champion, which is awesome. That helps me. Like, where do I put this? So I think that's super neat. I'm curious what that would do to the value of, like, let's say, a very popular legend like Kai'Sa. So if you end up, you do that, you bring Kai'Sa where everyone else is also bringing Kai'Sa, and you do the best, that is just going to ramp up whatever value, you know, is going for those metal cards there, because those, again, are going to be exclusive to those tournaments. I guess there's not going to be any other way to get it. I think they're really considered one of one, depending. So that's insane, and I think that's super fun. Like, that's something I wish I can do, but right now with our scheduling, I'm like, yeah, there's no way I can take my boy Teemo to a tournament and win. Not with, you know, how much time it takes to just to go to one of those. As fun as it would be, unfortunately, I'm not gonna be able to do that as of right now. There's that. Ooh, and then we got a Misfortune. Again, we'll just call it super rare for now until I figure out the name. Maybe one of these keys has like a legend on yeah, like a legend in terms of rarity, but it doesn't really look like it. All right, we are nearing halfway in the box, and I think the only alt art we've pulled so far is going to be that rune there. So sorry, I know this is a slow video, but hey, we're having fun here. So at least I'm having fun. Hopefully you guys were able to get some, you know, product, and hopefully you're also having fun with that as well. Honestly, getting Poros, like hollow Poros, I think is cool, because a lot of those Poros are quite playable. Ooh, there we go. So there is a Yasuo Remorseful alt art, and take a look at that texturing there. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And then we got another Ari there. So, but yeah, I think what they are doing for those tournaments is super smart. Again, it'll increase the variety of play so that when you are watching, and if you've seen like I didn't watch it, but I saw like little tidbits there, like the amount of production value that they put into like the stream, and it's Riot, so they have the money to do so. But like the amount of production value that they put into the stream is insane. It's fun. It makes it fun to watch. So I'm sure them incentivizing for people to play a variety of different legends is only just part of that, because how boring would it be to, you know, either go to a tournament or, of course, just watch, and then everyone's just playing Kai'Sa. That's not fun. It is not fun at all. There's Teemo, again, another legend, and then Sabotage. Like, no one wants to watch that. Or maybe someone does. I know I don't. That's not very fun for the game. So, yeah, fantastic decision making, and really all I would ask, and I'm sure a lot of other people would ask, is that they just increase the quality of you know, these cards. Hopefully whatever second wave they are printing is going to fix that. I'm going to move a bunch of these commons over, because my pile is falling over. There we go. Yeah, hopefully they increase the quality here, because you can, I mean, I'm pretty sure it's pretty clear people want these cards, and I'm sure when people want these cards, people want nice, you know, non-fuzzy versions of these cards. So hopefully they're getting that fixed. Again, when people were talking bad on the original design of all the cards, they went and fixed that issue very quickly. So hopefully they'll do the same, you know, with what's going on in terms of print run, because that would be awesome. Is that another Guerrilla Warfare? I do not like this card at all. Like, I wish it did more. It just doesn't, it doesn't, just never felt like it did anything for the space that it took up within the deck. Like, whenever you pulled it, it was okay. Like, you get your hidden cards back, but I don't know, it just feels like a waste of resource sometimes. So, but again, hopefully they listen, they fix things, and so far what they've shown, not just in, you know, not just in Riftbound, but, you know, their other league properties, 2XKO, everything like that, they appear to be listening to their player base, and hopefully they get that sorted out. I was very curious about like their partnership with UVS. Now, I can't say I know too much, but I know some people were very, I guess, wary for the fact that they partnered with UVS. I guess maybe their track record wasn't the best in terms of some of the other games that they've worked on. And if the current print run plus the quality of the cards is anything to go by, then yes, unfortunately, they need to do just a bit better. But I'm sure they'll hopefully get on that. Still really enjoying like opening these cards. It is awesome. It feels great to just finally get these cards in hand, especially when I've been playing with proxies for quite a while now. I've made so many proxies, and I'm sure I'm going to be making more proxies, especially when we have Spirit Forged, which was announced, but it's not coming out for us here in the US until, I think, February of 2026. So we're not going to be seeing that for quite a while. But I'm sure, I think they will hopefully be, man, I hope I've been. Divine Judgment. I don't know if that's a usable card or not, but it looks cool. What was I talking about? I completely lost my train of thought. Spirit Forged. Yeah, it's not coming out until very soon. And by soon, I mean 2026 of next year. But, oh, right, they'll be probably coming out with those cards. Ooh. Very nice. Alt Art Yasuo Windrider. And those cards are gorgeous. I think they'll be probably doing card reveals for Spirit Forged very soon. It's going to be interesting, especially after this first set. Like this first set, they've actually had a lot of very interesting mechanics and you know, lines of play for a first set instead of just going more vanilla, which is awesome. So I'm very curious to see what they do, you know, with their second set moving forward. Tide Runner and then Yasuo Remorseful. So that was our 2 boxes. Hey, we're only 45 minutes, close to an hour in. That's not so bad. But what are, I guess most of these would be considered our big hits. Yeah. So we have Yasuo Remorseful, Divine Judgment, Super... I still don't know the rarity of these. Super rares. There's Yasuo Remorseful in terms of the alt art. Also, yeah, Yasuo Windrider. So we got both alt arts of the Yasuo. There's Misfortune. There's an Order Rune. Gorgeous cards. Iona. There's the alt art Misfortune. Kaisa is just going to be expensive because everyone's going to want to play Kaisa. There's Jinx, Demolitionist. I don't know how played that card is. And then we have the Chaos Rune. So overall, not bad at all. We didn't pull any sort of crazy showcase. But again, hopefully I do get that that case in. So that's those 6 boxes there. I don't know if I'm going to do a video about that, or maybe I guess we'll find out. Maybe there'll be 6 videos more coming of Riftbound, but hopefully you guys enjoyed that. And again, I think if you are, I don't know, hesitant about wanting to pick up Riftbound or not, trying to see if you want to play it, honestly, I made a video about it, and I guess I'll put a link somewhere to that video. But take a look at other videos. The gameplay is honestly not that complicated once you really get into it. It's fast, it's fun. I don't think you necessarily have to like League of Legends to enjoy this game, but give it a try. But anyways, guys, I think that'll be it for this video here. So, well, I guess what did we used to say? That'll be that. Hopefully you guys again enjoyed that video. Like, comment, subscribe if you want to, see more. Ring that little bell notification, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Have a blessed day, guys. Bye-bye.